pins later and charge 80 bucks or 60 bucks or 50 bucks, however much it is. Or I can do this in 10 minutes, have fun with it, play. You can expand this if you want. There's so much more you can do with this, right? This is just the base. And for 10 minutes, and I still make my 80 bucks. 80 bucks in 10 minutes versus 80 bucks in an hour and a half. You guys be the judge. You like it? Yeah. Take a picture. Here we go. All right, guys, thank you so much for having me here. Certifiable.
Certifiable. Oh, yes. Certificates to prove that. That's right. And like many of you guys, we go to school, and every day, like, jobs can get boring. I decided not to have a job. I decided to have a career. How about you guys? So you stand behind the chair, and everybody gets firing color. And then it comes a certain season, like prom season, wedding season, or photo shoots. Do you guys do any photo shoots? Anybody like into stuff like that? So I'm extremely inspired by street culture, street art, urban just activity in our city. And we have downtown Las Vegas with Duncan Henderson, so we have to look for culture. How many of you guys get kind of bored of driving by sometimes? Right? So as we're driving by and we have culture, we have to look for ordinary things and turn them exotic. How many of you guys like to spice it up a little? So you look at your book and there's an updo. Like Doug said, you can do 14,000 pins, and then you have a client that shows up and, oh, she has 10 pounds of hair. Right? You're like, what do I do with all that? She's like, baby, it looks fabulous. You can do that. Or you go to a photo shoot, this is what we're looking for, this is your wardrobe, this is what you have to work with. And she has 12 hairs. How do you take 12 hairs into big hair, don't care? Right? So if we're looking for an editorial look, or if we're taking someone to a fairy tale wedding, or just wanting a night on the town, much like Doug's look, quick, easy, fast, and oh, by the way, you have 30 minutes to do that. How do you change that? So my awesome model, I walked in today, and I'm like, oh, we have a model, and then she says, oh, your model, she's like 10 pounds of hair. Like, what do you do with that? Have you guys ever had that situation? You're like, what do we do with that? Well, I want to share with you this awesome technique, this really fun technique, that you can step out of your box, step out of your creativity, and just really look for something to blow your mind. What's fun with this is that you can take this anywhere you want. You can go up, you can go out, you can go around. It takes a couple little extra tools. It takes a little trip to the store. Do you guys like to take little trips and find just little, I like to call it little hidden gems. Wherever you go, you find what you can work with. You're like, I think I can do hair with that. I think I can cut that t-shirt up and make that. I think I can do that. I love culture. So what I found, I was wandering around, and how many of you guys know that place called Sally's? I spent a lot of time there before beauty school, but afterwards now, so now when I go in there, I'm all like, all right, I need this, this, and this. I go in there like commando mission. Right, and I went, stopped real quick, and I found my favorite thing in the world. How many of you guys have ever played with hair? Artificial hair. So we're going to play with this today. If particular to Jumbo, the texture, I can't even say it, it's a Jumbo braid. So if you want to look for that, do you guys see that texture? If she had that much hair, how could I make silky straight hair look like what Doug just did? Quickly. Make it, right? So she has it. How do we blend it? How do we do that? You can pick the two colors, and it doesn't always happen when they're sitting out in the front waiting on you, but I got lucky. I pulled her hair up, and I'm like, oh, you got this awesome color going on. So I'm choosing to mix the two. So we're going to combine these together. I'm going to show you some really fun, quick techniques that we can pen these on and get her in and get her out. You guys excited? I definitely will have some of these. We can actually tear this one apart and play with this in a little bit. We're going to have some fun, get our hands in. How many of you guys like to do updos? How many of you hate to do updos? How many of you would like to make a little money and get them in and get them out and get them quick? That was me. I got long hair, big hair, don't care girls. And I'm like, I have 12 hairs in my head. I paid for my hair. Right? That's not, I paid for it. But what do I do with that? How do I blow that out? How do I style it? I work with that actual texture that she has in the hair. And it creates something very exotic and fun. What's also cool, how many of you guys are familiar with the Redken app? You guys see the Redken app? It's pretty cool. You know, iPad looks like this. You can actually store your pictures. So if you guys do photo shoots or just have a little fun with your friend like we're going to have today, you can store those on there and have different ideas, creativity ideas. I like to call it my palette, my inspirational palette, so I can share. This is what I do outside of just coloring your gray hair every day. I let my clients kind of flip through that. I'm like, this is cool. Those are like sculptures. So maybe not the everyday client, but you can have something fun with that. So if it's one of those challenges to step you out from exotic into ordinary, into exotic, take your job to that next level. Myself, I got a little bored and I decided I wanted to step out. I started contacting photographers. How many of you guys have done a photo shoot before? A couple of you? Was it exciting or were you nervous? Exciting when you're like, ooh, what do I bring? So it's about building your kit. We're going to use a couple of tools with this palette. This kind of shows your portfolio. So if you're meeting with a photographer, you can go, hey, check out what I've done. This is what I like to do. This is what I'm comfortable doing. And also look at other people's inspiration. See what you can share with them. They love that artistic flair that you can offer. They're not hairstylists. They're photographers. They're not makeup artists. So you can pair with a makeup artist. So they're really looking for someone to make their pictures look great. It's their responsibility to get their model to pose in the right way. We give them exactly what they want. Sometimes the camera, just like these, are behind us today. We can turn them and not even have to deal with the back of the head just for the particular look. So if you have a specific amount of time, we have to be able to go, oh, we're going to take all this down, and she's going to have to wear her hair down for the next scene. So if I went in there and did tons of that texture, the texture iron, could I get that back out sleek like this in the next scene? So this is going to have some fun with that. This is Nico. Everybody give Nico a hand.
Woohoo!
Campus. She was here early, and I said, hey, do you want to do my mom? She said, absolutely. I said, see, it pays to show up and have some fun and do that. So how many of you guys are familiar with texture iron? Did you excited? Have you played with one of these? Yeah. Played with one a little later. Doug has. Doug just showed you an awesome technique where you can go in there and give it a little artificial texture. I'm going to turn this one up a little bit because she has a higher, coarser hair, even though she's really fine, the texture in that. So if I went straight into this with a heat styling tool, what am I doing to the hair? Hair damage? Yeah, I heard loud and proud. She's like, I don't want to damage the hair. Are you a healthy hairstylist? Yes. We want to go in there and use some of our must-have products. So you can go in and prep her hair with Blow Away. It's a dual changer product. If you really need to take someone with finer hair into a thicker, coarser texture hair very quickly, you can use a whole lot of this. Does anybody use this line? Duo Soap gives you heat protection up to 450 degrees. So with this product, we're able to blow dry the hair. You can stick your head in the oven, but I wouldn't recommend it. Right? So we know if we put this in, we power dried. She came in very styled. We can skip to something that we can spray in, like our iron shape. Iron shape's great because you can use it with both flat iron and curling iron tools. And you can go in there on dry hair and really protect the hair and also give it a little hold and protection. How many of you guys have used iron shape? Anybody have another favorite one? Hot sets? There's some cool stuff coming out. There's another product that's going to be in after this. You got to push this one? You got a favorite back there?
I love hot sets.
Love hot sets? I love hot sets too. It's one of my favorite.
I do all my curls with it. They stay in for like 3 days.
3 days, right? I love hot sets. Iron shape's a little softer. Remember, we don't want to load the hair up full of product, especially if we're trying to really get some control and some movement. So how many of you guys like to style hair? You feel like sometimes we have like 10 arms and you just need one more to jump out when you need it. Here, hold this. That's my toolkit. I love to have my toolkit. It has specific brushes. This is like our Mason Pearson. It's the same deal. You can tell it's well used. Love, love, love this brush. So we're going to go in there, and what I've done is just went down the back of her head, I flipped her head over, and did a pony. You guys know how to do a pony?
Yeah.
Like, you know how to do a pony, right? So we get in there and we pull all that hair out. What we're basically doing is hiding hair, because we need to be fast, we need to be quick. And this is our anchor, it's our foundation. So we're able to pull this up quickly. This is going to be more fairy tale runway, not coiffed. I like how you said breakfast at Tiffany's. It's a more edgy, exotic look that's going to be more avant-garde. Something you're going to wear with something extravagant, maybe a gown, or maybe headshots, or definitely you can change the makeup to make it a little softer and fun. And you might have someone that has one of those fun personalities that wants to rock it out. Change it up. You can change it from a chignon, you can do it to a mohawk. It's really about creativity and what that look is that you're looking for. So I prepped her hair with a little bit of iron shape. I've also went through with Rewind, one of our other must-haves. How many of you guys use Rewind? Do you guys like Rewind? I love it because it's a paste, but it acts like a serum. Have you guys noticed that? So it kind of goes in and gives you a nice smooth texture. Went in and did a zigzag part. Little zigzag part just to kind of give a little fun across the top here. But basically what we're going to do, we're going to have a little extra of this hair. So we're going to go behind here. Up and over. And I love these little clips. Remember I said you always need a little extra hand you can kind of reach in? These clips are awesome because they'll hold it where you need it when you're meeting someone. So how many of you like to step out of the box and meet new people? How many of you have been out and you're like, oh, that's a cool person, I like their style. And then they're like, I'm going to go meet them, you go meet them, and they're like, oh yeah, I'm an artist. Or, yeah, you're a hairstylist, that's cool, I love what you do. And they're like, oh wow, we have to step that out. You're like, sometimes we just start thinking, I just do hair. But we're an artist, so it's about finding what's going to be fun, what's going to be creative. Almost let your brain go, for a minute, because it kind of helps you recharge to go, think about what it is you're looking for and how it is that you want it to lay. So we have to be very strategic when we place our products. So I pulled some hair up here, I'm just getting it out of the way, looking to see how much hair I have. If I pull that up, I'm going to use these to go in and anchor. So you're going to see, as this hair piece goes in, we're going to hide the hair that she has into the hair that we're additional placing. So the texture can change. We can go in there with our texture iron. And we're just going to go in and do a few little pieces, because we're not really trying to change the hair texture completely, but these pieces are hidden. You notice that they're behind her ear. So if we take her hair down for a nice glam style later on, it's not going to interfere with the product. She's actually just going to go in there and give you a little bit of fun playfulness to wrap it around. It's almost like hair tattooing. So you're lightly just placing little crimps along the hairline, and then now you need a little product. So what do you guys like about products? You have a fun product. Somebody yell your favorite product out loud and clap. Ready? Wax Blast? Big T's, which one? Control Addict. All of those are fun. Those are awesome. This is one of my other new favorites. It's Rough Paste. Everybody use Rough Paste? So Rough Paste is one of those. She's like, oh, I love it. Had her hand over there. The camera's going. palm place on these pieces. And it's just allowing for them to have a little sticky. If the hair is too clean, we can texture up the hair. Everything's water soluble, so you can always miss these through. Just a little pea size. So she has tons of hair, so you need tons of bobby pins. You guys see these big monsters? You go in there and take these monsters, and you're just going to politely pin underneath as an X, and then underneath again as an X. How are you guys feeling? Good? Spin around, take a look. Do you guys see where I crisscross this? Just at the top of that. So now we've created an anchor. She has tons of hair. So in between those, feel free to use ponytail holders. She has lots and lots of hair. We're going to hide those. Try to find them that match the color of the hair. If she doesn't have tons of hair, you can use these little clear ponytail holders. Little bobby pins, little ponytail holders, get your tool case, and just fulfill your tools. Put some stuff in there that you can seal up the sections and have a little fun with those. You doing okay? How are y'all doing? Good. Good. You having fun so far? So now we have just a little bit of hair. Do you guys see where now we just have a little bit around her face? What are we going to do with it? We're not quite sure yet. So we're going to just sit that out of the way and kind of work on the back and do our sculpture and then blend that in. How can we adjust that to what look we're looking for? So I'm going to slide you over to the side for just a moment. So I'll do that. Come on right here. It's out of the way. I love leaving these out on the desk. They're all like, what's going on? What is that? What's that laying there? Like, I have something fun for you. What do you guys think of these colors? Really pretty. You can get them in like crazy, crazy colors. I have them in like McDonald's yellow, Big Bird yellow, McDonald's red, all kinds of fun. It just depends on where you're going. If you're going to Sally's, you're not going to get the crazy fun colors. You have to go to an actual hair store. Does anybody do braiding? This is braid hair, so you can add this in, so you can add that into a braid. I'm not a braider, I'm very ADHD. I'm like, huh? I have to sit there and count it out. It's like dancing, 1, 2, 3, yeah. It's just... So, I have my Mason Pearson brush, awesome brush. It's by Sam Villa. This one's, you can get them all different sizes. Do you guys see how it's getting a little fluffier? So they're right out of the package. We have a ponytail holder on each of these. So I'm going to pick a couple of colors together. You can leave them braided like that. I can start brushing this through. How are you guys feeling? You like this? Okay. So, with our hair, we can add 2 different colors. We're going to do 2 actual ponytails, so we're going to pull those together. Can you see me here? We're going to bring these together. We're going to come around just like this. So we're going to wrap around our thumb and wrap around our thumb. You guys good? I have a small elastic. Feeling pretty good there? So the small elastic, the tightest that you can possibly get it. Apparently I have a bad elastic. It didn't even play. Alright, so this is your anchor. So you've got this locked in together. You have 2 ponytails together, you've got them locked together. You can go in there and snip these. I have a special pair of shears that I don't cut hair with. Scary moments. Sometimes I get my pains. Do you guys ever do that? You're like, yay. But these actually snip the rubber bands very nicely, so we keep those around. How you feeling? You like this? So quick and easy. Does it look textured like the texture iron? Do you guys see that? So now I got a pom-pom, and then we're going to reach around our pom-pom. We're going to wrap this around. We're going to make beautiful bouquets. You guys feeling good there? Looks so good I could eat it. Looks like a cinnamon bun, right? How you feeling there? You like that? So you're going to go all the way down just like what we have on the head. You can do big ones. You can do little ones. You can take silky hair with textured hair. The way we flip this over is the most important thing is it's what's going to give you the tightness and the roundness of these. So the tighter you push them, the tighter the little cinnamon buns we get there. So if you leave them loose, you can do big ones. Do you guys see that? So you can do a bigger one, you can do a smaller one. If you use these great little small rubber bands, you can change the texture as well. What's also fun, you could use elastic like bungees and tie these around. You can use twist ties. What's awesome about this hair is you can pick it up for like $2 a pack, so you can pick up a lot of it and you know, charge it into your price of your hair. How are you guys feeling? All right, so everybody take their hand, do this. We never lose our tools, right? So we gotta get a hold of our pony here, and we're like, all right, we have a tool here, and I need to make this tool be really crazy. So we're gonna reach in the middle, so remember that pinchy finger? We're gonna hold that up, we're gonna find the middle. As close to the middle as we possibly can. It's like a needle in the haystack, you ready? Flip that over. You good? So we found the middle. Tie that in a knot. Why? Because we're gonna grab a hold of the edge here. Flip her back over, and we're going to slightly push. You guys see what just happened?
No.
So we're going to change. We're going to tighten this up just a little. The knot keeps it from sliding back out. And it's very fun and workable. What I like to use is hair nets. Do you guys like hair nets? You can switch this up. I did a little avant-garde vintage, and the knot helps you find the spot again, right? So as you're pushing, you change your mind. You're like, all right, this is going to work. Feeling good here. You're like, I still have all this extra hair. I think I'm going to keep going. Now this is synthetic hair. What do you think is going to happen if I put my texture iron to it? It's going to melt, right? So we need to let our guest know she's going to rock it out for the night. Stay away from flame. She's going to have big hair, don't care. She might have to sit in the car like this on the way prom. But it's totally worth it. So. What do you guys think? You feeling it? So, do you remember that little knot that we tied in together earlier? Yeah, she's a pony, right? We're going to go right there with that X. We created an X. We're going to take the X right at the top here. We're going to find that, and we're going in with another large pen, and you're going to find that other X that you created earlier. So basically you had two pens going this way and this way, so we just put that in, we just went through this way. So we have an X with a line through it, which makes a big A, right? So it's in there, it's feeling pretty good, so you've got your anchor. How are you feeling? No blood? You're good, awesome. So now we have her color that we can blend in here, as well as we have this hair that we're going to finish up with this. So now we want to match, how about a little bit more hair? How are you guys feeling? What do you like, big hair, don't care? You want silky straight hair all the time. Do you always have silky hair?
Yeah.
You never do. You said you just cut how much off?
4 inches.
4 inches. Did you guys see how long her hair was before? I'll give it back to you, right? This is a little audience participation. Will you hold? Awesome. She's going to hold, and we're going to take it into this. Do you guys see that? A little different than what I did before. Come on. Awesome. Thank you. Who likes products? Who can tell me our #1 product that's going to prep and prime the hair for any hair service? Throw your hand up, loud and proud, because you know it. For any hair service, a styling product. I'll give you a hand. It's a styling product. Close. Has heat protection? Any more guess? How about satin wear? Right? You got it. Satin wear back there. I heard her say it. Here, catch. She said it, right? Good catch. Awesome. Satin wear can go on any hair type. It's going to seal the hair. It's going to protect it from heat. So it's going to prime that hair. If you ever have hair that's just too clean, but I don't use any products. How do you pull that hair up? And you can pull that through. It's great on fine hair. It's great on rougher textures of hair because it really goes in there and a lightweight. It's an O2. It primes the hair for any hair product. It's actually going to protect the hair. So if you're like, oh, I want to use this product, but it doesn't have heat protection in it. Prime the hair with prepping lotion or satin wear, and then we can go in there and do whatever we want with the hair. We can shift the texture of the hair. How many of you guys have used Powder Refresh? Love it, love it. I live with it. I pack it in my purse. I'm like, shh, right? You know, you guys are doing that. It smells really good. It's awesome stuff. So use it as a styling aid here when we really want some more texture. And we're going up and over. Did you guys just see what happened? So when we're changing the bonds of the hair, if I was needing to go back to my original style of that silky hair, what would I need to do if I texture ironed or pinned or curl ironed and had a crump? Shampoo it. Shampoo it? We have to change the bonds back into that. So Powder Refresh gives us that almost Control-Alt-Delete feel. So we can go in there and absorb the oil. It can absorb the excess product. Also, when you can lightly rinse out product or spray out product with a water bottle, you can go back in and dry it with products. This is a great tool to go in there and just absorbs up excess oil while you're blow drying underneath. So you're going in there creating cleaner, dirtier hair. So you go back, clean it, and dirty it up again. So if you're like, oops, I used too much oil, just check this new product out. You can use this in your purse. It smells really good. It's going to give you 10 times more hair. It is a dry shampoo. It's going to deodorize the hair. It's going to give you a Control-Alt-Delete restart. So refresh. Do you guys smell that awesome powder smell? What's really amazing, do you notice how much I'm using and you don't see a powder? You don't see a residue. If you get a little happy and you get in there, you're going to see it. But get happy with it away from the hair. We're creating texture. What do you guys feel? Your mommy, are you liking that? So now I'm going to take and wrap around her hair. Do you guys see where it just took around and slipped her ponytail over top? Big pin. Here we go then. So now I have the tail of the other hair that we wrapped before. We're going to wrap together. Wrap together. And going back in through. You guys see what happened just there? We created her bubble in the middle here. Now we take our new twisty pony. Really good. We're going to create some of her dark hair to the bottom. I'm sure you could use this big yellow ugly rubber band to your advantage, but let's take that one. So we've created her bubble of her hair now. It's time to start incorporating the dark back into it. You guys feeling pretty good? Are you excited to touch some of this crazy hair? How many of you guys have used artificial hair in updos before? What's your favorite? Do you have a brand or a line or whatever's cheapest? I was going to say that. That is my favorite kind because I can go in there and collect up a bunch, and that's what's kind of fun. How can I match her hair? So Lady Gaga was in, she had that crazy blonde, white blonde, and then had the yellow on the bottom. I could do those fantasy colors to match the girl's dress without taking her completely that color. So with that updo, she can go in there and have a fun style or a fun color as well. So I've taken the head of her pony and went in underneath her loop here. So we're now sculpturing her hair in between the rest of the hair. We've pinned and hid her hair up. Do you guys see that? So it's automatically hidden, and that's one reason we're adding some dark in to kind of hide a little bit of that blonde that she has going on. Take a twist in. Look, double dutch, double dutch. textures, people in your hand? Somewhat, yeah, I can't
It
cut
depends on what it is.
So I'm twisting up, I'm finding where I left off, I can take back up fun. Step back and look a little bit. So we're using her hair as our foundation. So how many of you guys want to do session work and artist work, like get out from behind the chair and see yourself doing some hair for magazines and Fashion Week? New York Fashion Week? I always think that that's that outside culture, that's the creative side. Sometimes we get stuck with with our creativity. We're like, oh, I have to do this flex retouch this morning. It's boring, it's the same formula. And this kind of takes you out of behind the chair and that creativity and spurs. I have a little child, and it's amazing when we look into the world through a child's eyes and you think, wow, look at the colors in that. Or check how the leaves are changing. Can I create that? How can I take that and inspire your world? Sit there and inspire others. She's like, stop stabbing my brain with those big pins. How you feeling? Good? Yeah. She's like, I can't see. What do you guys think from here? Liking that? Couple of fun. And it's very organic. Like Doug was saying, it's where can I stand out? Can I rock the style? Can I find something that's going to make it creative? Can I make it fun? Can I pin in some really cool beads and jewels and some varied texture and really create something that's going to stand out on stage? If you work with like a lot of performing artists, wigs are really, really good because they have to be able to switch a lot. So creating pieces when they show up that are able to be foundationed in there can really create something different compared to a stylist next to you that's like, I think I'm just going to do an update. So you wouldn't have to just pin those in. What's really funny, when I started doing crazy updos or very intricate updos, I worked at a place that, they go, voila, poof, and it was a French twist. You guys like French twist? No, it's like, all right, and then they're like, all right, and then I get to the front and I give them some crazy updo. This is awesome, I love it. I'm like, $65, please. They're like, but hers was $25. I'm like, yeah, and I can do that in 5 minutes. You can do that in 5 minutes. I'll show you how. Is that what you want to wear, or do you want to stand out? Because I can take that all down and do that for you. That's what you want, right? But you can share with them that you can show something that's going to stand out and be extremely different and really create some fun texture. So we'll go back to my texture iron. Are you guys feeling this? Remember, we're going to keep it away from her synthetic hair. And I went in and just roughed up the texture. Wax Blast. Anybody have a favorite? Wax Blast is my ultimate go-to. It's one of those non-hairsprays. It gives you an awesome fun feel. She's like, I love that product, I want to marry it. Right? Awesome stuff. I love this. You can take this, if you're makeup artists, if you guys do makeup, brows, it grooms the brows. Unbelievable things. So look how much I've taken. This is her natural hair, and I've created that similar texture on this side. You guys feeling that? She's got another tail in here. We're going to go in there, texture iron that. Shield, our satin wear earlier, so we don't have to worry about going in there and damaging the hair. I'm feeling good. Heavy? She's like, I have a lot of hair, but it's very soft in texture. So we can create a fun cross the bang, we can switch this up, we can take it up really full and fun, like this one's a braid, so you can go in there and change the front to suit the need of the client. Do you ever have a client that like, I have to have my hair parted this way? Like you change your part, you're like, I'm looking at somebody different. You're constantly, I'm parting my hair on the other side, you're like, just leave me out of your way. So we have to find out what type of hair growth pattern. She's like, oh, those little pieces in my hair, right around my hairline, always stick up every time I try to wear it up, or I want to wear it down, I need a side part, I want to do that across my face. So that's our security blanket. We need to make sure that we are honoring what our guest is looking for, but also what's the most flattering for her face shape as well. How many of you guys have played with the face shape? You guys like the face shape? And how that changes someone's look. So we have to look at what they're wearing. We've got to look at how it's going to suit their face, and it's also how it's going to suit their makeup. So you may be working with a makeup artist, a photographer that's looking for a specific look. If I'm doing a goth look or an avant-garde look, something a little more edgy, or she's going to be wearing more of a classic look, we need to think about what look she's going for. So this is definitely going to be a little more runway, a little more avant-garde, definitely some shows, some performing art shows as well. You could go in there and create the soft texture in the front, multiplying the two of those. Let me turn it this way. So you could go in there with the sleek look, soften that up so she can have a soft and a texture in it as well. One of my favorites is a teasing brush. Do you guys have a teasing brush? This is the best thing in the world. I actually stole this one off of Tyson Daniels. You guys ever watch Sheer Genius? Platinum hair guy. He works for Pureology. He's a pretty cool guy. I was like, what is that? He's like, you tease with that. I'm like, it's nice and broken. That's awesome little product. I'm going underneath the top section and then going ahead and dividing it down. Do you guys see where I created a cushion within the top section of the hair that's smooth? I'm creating a soft section of hair and then release the face. Another fun must-have is our rewind. Anybody play with rewind? I like that it's pliable. You can go in there and create a nice finished texture with this without totally shine and texture to the end. You guys ready to get your hands in? Have a little fun. I think we need a new raffle. You guys need a raffle? Yeah. You like the free gifts? Anybody want some free gifts? Yeah. Really good stuff? Awesome. I have a raffle of my own. Really? Who can tell me the technology that's in our hair care products? Hair care products, and the technology that's in all of our hair care. Redken's story, by the way. There's the symbols on all the bottles. Cationic. IPN, he said it. She said IPN, the young lady right there. Awesome. Yeah, give her a hand. Yes, ma'am. talk about it. We have some more raffles and some goodies as well. How you guys feeling? Good? Ready for another raffle? Get your tickets out.
Ready? Ready? Oh, this is what I like graduating cosmetology school. What's the year that I graduated cosmetology school? Mark, would you like to share that number? Mark, what happened? This number. I said this number ends in the year that I graduated from cosmetology school.
1977.
376.
Oh, that's the year that I was born.
Who had it? 376.
Yay! You graduated in March of 1976?
I graduated in December, actually.
Okay, so I was.
But officially, I was.
All right. Hello, guys. How are you guys feeling? Need a little break? Great fools. We've been like shopping cart, shoving our mouth full, like he said, like we're shoving each other, right? So our brains are full. We're gonna take a 10-minute break. So you guys enjoy some refreshments. When we come back, we've got some more for you. So we'll see you shortly. What's in the picture? What you made a picture of? You want to remember? You want to know what I look like? What's going on on this side? Private area back here? Gloria takes tips. No, what? She's the one who's in charge of all the prizes, so she takes tips. How you doing? I think for the prizes are not enough. That's amazing. Prizes all over these desks.
on the call.